Hey, what's up, y'all? Well, we're about 9 days out from competition, and this is going to be a big one. I am super, super excited. I'm not going to lie. So, I spent a very, very long time procrastinating and saying, oh man, one of these days I'm going to start powerlifting. One of these days I'm going to start making content online. One of these days I'm going to start streaming, blah, blah, blah. Just, when I feel better, or like, I don't feel very good, I'll do it when I feel better. And first of all, the misconception of I'm gonna be productive when I feel better is a fallacy. Stay away from that. That is a lie. So first you do the thing and you become productive, and then you feel better, and then you feel happy, because that's how that works. And I had scrambled eggs brains, so I had it all mixed up. And now that I have that together, it feels really good, because 3 years ago, I was like, I am going to become a power lifter. And that's what I did. And now I think I have about this will be my fourth competition underneath my belt, and we're starting to progress pretty well. I don't want to speak outside my means, but like I said, I'm going to make a name for myself in the sport. I'm already a record holder, and we've only just started. But yeah, and also same thing with the content. I'm gonna make content one day. I'm gonna make gaming content. I'm gonna make little funny videos. I didn't really think about like weightlifting at the time, but and now I do that. I cringe post all day long, baby. I cringe post to the point where some people think I don't even have a job, which I do. But yeah, things are going. I'm excited. We're gonna put up some really big numbers. I am going to get a 700-pound plus squat this meet. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I have a lot of confidence. My conditioning is good. And another little side thing that I wanted to talk about that I think has really, really helped my mental health, and it's only gonna work for maybe people that used to play sports, or maybe used to do like UIL competitions, or had some sort of competitive systems in their life. But I missed, I come from an extremely poor, messed up family. It took me until I was like a junior or senior to really, really come into like my athletic rise. But like, I was a varsity football player starting when I was a freshman. It was rough, but I was a really good football player for being 180 pounds and 5'10", and a tight end. I was an all Syntex. I was first team all district. I was the offensive player of the year, but there wasn't anybody there to watch me a lot of the time. And it's not my mom's fault, it's not my grandmother's fault, but there's just not a way for them to get there. But that was hard. They did support me, and this isn't like a diss on them, but it was rough. Like, it was rough putting everything into a sport and not really have anybody care that much, because there was better things going on to care about. And then also, like, there were a lot of times, like, I would go to school at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would get off school. We would go play football at a game, and then I would get off. I'd get out of the locker room around like 11 or 12 a.m. And then I wouldn't have a ride home. And either from the kindness of one of my coaches, which I've already hit a lot of them up on Facebook to say thank you, but either I got a ride from them, or if they didn't know that I needed a ride, I was walking in the middle of nowhere for like 5 or 6 miles, no hyperbole, in Elgin, Texas, which is not fun. And that went on for a while. I was a really good, I made it to state regionals, but I was powerlifting in high school, and if I would have stuck with it, things would be really, really crazy. But I still have a future ahead of me. But that was the same thing. Like, I was putting up some pretty decent numbers, and like I said, nobody cared because there were better things to care about. So now it feels good because it's just weightlifting, it's whatever, but it feels good with the internet stuff to say I'm seeing people that I know used to write me off that are now hitting me up and saying, hey man, good job, keep up the good work, keep on the right track. And that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me even when I see somebody that I haven't heard from in a long time for good reason, because I used to suck thumbs upping my stuff or giving a heart on Instagram. Like I do notice that stuff, and it means a lot. I've always lacked certain types of support, and that means a lot to me. But let me reel it back in because it's getting uncomfortable. I think some of my mental illness stemmed from lack of healthy competition. I think that's something that I need in my life. I think it's something that I thrive, that I look forward to. I like competition, and there's not a lot of like healthy ways to get that out of your system. To have that reintegrated into my life has done a lot for me, and it's done a lot for my stability, my discipline, my confidence. Like, side note, I don't know if some of you guys know this, but if you're in a bad place in your head, like people can see it. It's a lot of time people that are worth being around can see that crap from 600 miles away, and they're gonna want you to stay away from them. But there also is an inverse effect on that, where when you have healthy, non-asshole-ish confidence and you walk around not scrunched over and you're talkative and you're nice and you're polite, like people can see that too, and they're gonna want to be around you. Like, and then there is a small opposite to that there are going to be a small portion of people that are going to hate you for doing better. They're going to hate you for being on the come up. They're going to hate you for not being a loser anymore. And they're going to watch you hoping that you fail one day. But yeah, I just wanted to go on a little bit of a rant. We're getting close to competition. We're only doing 3 days a week exercise until then. Expect a lot of shit posting. Expect a lot of game posting until then. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned.